ULTRAKILL, the game I'm making. I've laid out all the materials on this board that I need for the build. If you don't know what ULTRAKILL is, it's an indie boomer shooter game developed by Hakita. It's a pretty good game. Would highly recommend checking it out. I do have to warn you, it is on the more R-rated side of games, but it is a really fun game. And so let's start off with a little time lapse for the material gathering. Yeah. Okay, so I needed a lot of glass, black concrete, and black stained grass glass for my build. And so since Casey has chops for that, I kind of made a bulk order because I need a lot of that. So yeah, there it is. There's the thing. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. But yeah, thanks a lot, Casey, for this. This is greatly appreciated, and I shall make the payment now. So he's just told me to make the payment at his base, which payment is 46 diamond block. Yep, 46 diamond blocks, which is, ooh, that's quite the dent. But oh well, worth it? Probably not, since I am 100% sure I'm not gonna be making my money back with this game. But yeah, oh well. Right, 46. So there we go. Just drop that in here like this, maybe decorate it a little bit. Yep, that's I have once again halved my, not really halved this time, but close to half my net worth, because I already halved it. Oh no, actually, it's not really half this time either. It's wait, so two times I've removed 1/3 of my net worth. Because once was at yeah, one stack of diamond blocks at this to get the shulker boxes, and yeah, 46 diamond blocks at this. So yeah, I'm about to get disconnected. So yep. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna finally make the creaking farm inside the building. So before I get into that, I want to show you guys something. Since it was my birthday recently, I mean, it's not recent at this point, but yeah, for that, Lapis gave me a gift, and yeah, let me just show you. Look at this. It's the Radiance and the Knight from Hollow Knight. Oh, this is sick. This is genuinely so cool. It looks so cool. Like, it's so accurate to the game and everything. And not only this, which is already extremely cool, he also got me this. Like, wow. with these cordons. Yep. And then a whole lot of diamonds, which, thank you a lot. I'm genuinely running out of diamonds. I'm down to my last half a stack of blocks. And a bunch of iron, which is gonna be amazing, because I need a lot of iron for the redstone part of my ULTRAKILL game. And turrets are undying, and a heavy core, and another star. This is amazing. Thanks a lot, Lapis. I appreciate it. a lot. This is extremely cool. All right, time to do the interior for this thing. These are kind of all the materials I need. Oh, I just realized I didn't get a building block. Huh. That might be a bit important. I'll just get some moss, I guess. There we go. I think it's done. As you can see, there's already resin here, and if we punch this guy, just keep on punching him until there's like a resin clump on this block. Yep, as you can see, that works. It's pretty simple. I'll link the design in the description if you want to build this for yourself. Yeah, basically the creaking spawns at night, and I lure it over here into this bit. Then I just sit here and keep hitting it, and the farm just generates resin. Okay, so it's time to make the interior for this thing. For this, I've not planned the interior, so I'm just gonna be designing it as I go along. So I've brought mostly everything I think I would need for the build, so I'll just get started. I think I'm gonna make the wall right here, just like to cover this, the actual farm up. So I think the floor, I'm gonna be making it out of dark oak. I think I'll just make it like the same level as like this look. So I gotta get rid of all of this. And maybe I'll make it one block higher. But that'll be too high. And no one's gonna notice if this bit is missing. Yeah, no. Nuh-uh. Alright, I should... I definitely don't want it to be like the bottom slab, because, you know, I'm gonna be placing stuff on top of it. So actually, no, this does kind of work out. Like, if I just have it on the same level, I won't have to replace this, because over here I can just have the walls. I can probably just cover these up as well then. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but to just quickly be able to place blocks like this in really quick succession like this, I use this mod known as accurate block placement, which just makes it a lot easier to place blocks a lot of times. So do highly recommend checking that out. I think for the walls, I'm just gonna have them primarily just deep slate floor done. Let's see, how tall do I want to make it? Maybe I'll have the roof like along this line. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Huh, I just realized that first of all, I'm not very good at interiors to begin with, but second of all, I'm gonna be making an interior on a diagonal. Huh. Good luck to me, I guess. Huh. Okay, I've done the walls and the ceiling and the floor. So what I'm planning to do is probably like have a carpet going along the middle, then like a few shelves all along the thing. That's kind of all I've thought of, to be fair. Like, I can probably just add cauldrons here and there because, you know, alchemy. But I think up here is probably gonna be the like really cool looking alchemy station. So I need something to light this place up, but I don't think I brought torches, did I? I'll just use Fulbright for now and light it up properly later. Let's see how making a shelf works on a diagonal. Okay, yeah, you know what, that works. Yeah, honestly, that works surprisingly well. You know what, honestly, I think I can make it look a lot better if I had access to those shelves they're gonna add. But I think it's gonna be a while until we update, so I think maybe for now I just leave it as like just like a plain shelf like this. I hate the recipe for trapdoors. Why are they so expensive? Now for the carpet, I like how this looks, but I think that this just works better for what I'm going for. Alright, I think that's the main stuff I need to do. So what I'm gonna do now is just texture all the walls and then add more shelves and carpets and stuff. There we go, these little strips done. Okay, gonna start texturing it. I should have brought some scaffoldings, but I didn't, so oh well. Oh my god. A creeper just blew up. It didn't do too much damage. I'll just have to fix this carpet. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so I believe I've done most of the interior minus the armor stand work. So yeah, let me just show you. And this is what it looks like. It's very dark and dungy and stuff. But I think honestly, for me, someone who doesn't really do interiors and let alone diagonal interiors. I'm decently happy with how this turned out. Is it like really good? No, not really. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Like I got these like little dark patches in the ceiling. Most of the like stuff being sold is gonna be like in these two sections, and then there's this one special one which I have a pretty interesting idea for. So I'm already planning on making a shop in the shopping district for resin stuff, right? But since my farm is slower, it would be pretty somewhat expensive. So what I'm thinking would be like a cool Easter egg. If someone comes and visits, they could potentially like maybe buy resin at a cheaper price. I'm not having a good time with this build. I it got blown up by another creeper. I patched most of it up, but you can still see there's like some damage. I'm not having a good time. Oh my god. Right, I've gotten a bunch of stuff which I think would be good for the alchemy cauldron area bit. Okay, so I kind of have an idea what I want to try out here is to like have like a bit of an arch to like support the ceiling. Okay, yeah, something like this could work. This is the problem I have with Minecraft. What is this? Why is Minecraft sliding like this? Because just because this is a slab, it's all weird at the edges. And thing is, I can't even fix it by doing this. I'd have to like cover the whole thing now if I want to fix that. And even then, like, this will still persist. But yeah, this is what I've done with this area. This wall, I'm not the biggest fan of, but it gets the job done, I guess. And that's all that matters. Either way, the rest, everything else in here looks pretty nice. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so I think it's done. Let me get rid of the bed first. But yeah, we got a bit of armor stand work done for the potions, which aren't potions yet, but I'll put in the potions once they're done. There we go. And I also made this weird like end crystal looking thing. Don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's something. And up here, I tried to do a bit of that, but it got darkened out for some reason, so that's a bit weird. Okay, so it's time to start building my game. As you can see, GC's game, work in progress, ULTRAKILL. You can see the the light marker schematic has been placed, and these are all the materials I've finally collected. So yeah, I'm just gonna start building it. Enjoy the time lapse. Alright, so yeah, here we are. I've done the first half of the game. So yeah, let me show you. So here's the first drop. I gotta cover that up, but yeah, this is basically where we're gonna spawn with the nether portal, and we out. But yeah, so this is basically like the tutorial room in the game. So I'm gonna have all the rules laid out here, and yeah, so we're gonna have like all the rules, like some rules per room and whatnot. For these, for the statues in the game, I've replaced them with iron golems because I think that works out really well. Slight spoiler for ULTRAKILL, because these statues in ULTRAKILL also end up waking up, so it's like, yeah, it matches up perfectly with the iron golem thing. And then we're basically at the drop. There's still like a lot of finishing touches that I do have to do, but yeah. So here's the drop, and then we get into the first level. There's like a bed for the spawn. But yeah, like I've used these coral here to sort of represent smoke. I tried my best. I mean, it sort of works out, I think. It's not too bad. Like, it would be lovely if I could somehow be animated, but for what it is, it's not bad. And then here we are in the first room of the game. And you're gonna notice a theme with all of these rooms, that there's a bunch of holes in the top. And that's because that's where the enemies are gonna drop down from. Then yeah, each room is gonna have like a checkpoint around the beginning of the room. Like for this room, it's gonna be in right here with a bed. There we got this long winding hallway. Then oh, that's a creeper. The room where you like are kind of shown in the game how to like break glass. So I have somehow managed to somewhat implement that mechanic. It's not the best because, you know, Minecraft, but it's not bad either. So yeah. So yeah, this room, there's no floor because it's all glass. So I do intend on implementing that mechanic properly. And then, ooh, okay. Same with this room. That's why it's a bunch of just floaty beds right now. I'm gonna add like the breakable glass later. But yeah, also yeah, one thing I would like to bring up with the designing ULTRAKILL is I kind of use this like tile grid system basically in the game. Like everything's sort of made up of tiles basically. I realized that like the character you play as is like basically half a tile. Like it's slightly shorter than half a tile, but that basically like scales up to like one tile being 4 blocks in Minecraft. It would have to be a bit more than 4 blocks, but yeah, it's close enough. So technically this whole build is like very slightly smaller than the actual game. But yeah, that's fine. Then we got this whole dark room, which I'm gonna deviate a little bit from the game here, and I'm gonna be having like a little teeny tiny upgrade in this room, so that's gonna be interesting. This is like the halfway point, so the other half is gonna be in the next episode, and then after that I'm gonna do the redstone. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing the redstone, but whatever. So this is gonna be it for this episode of DokeyCraft. It was a pretty build heavy episode, I'd say. Like I did the interior for my Alchemy Shop, made the first half of my game, and sort of built during the like material gathering time lapse a little bit. So yeah, it was definitely very time lapse heavy though, that's for sure. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.